Someone had a suggestion about wardrobe.
Hold on there, Donut Coffee Cup Mug. What just happened?
Someone had a suggestion for my zipper.
Mm-mm.
They were like,
What, in the comments?
Down, or is this just an accessory like on your shirt? I said,
Leave it up. Leave it up. Leave it up.
Do we have an audience comment?
Listen, this is a profession. We're trying to be professional here. Okay, we're trying to be.
Right. That's why I wear shirts that don't include zippers, Chris.
I got a text from my buddy Dip Tinderwick. He says our show is the.
Yes, that's your friend.
That's a marketable name. That's a marketable name.
It's right here. Dip Tinderwick says our show is the Hobtoblin. And then my other buddy, Randy Mustasha, says that we are Klibis.
Wow.
Do those lines go along with the place that you got your sweater from, Chris?
What are you talking about?
I think it's great, honestly. But did you get that sweater from outer space?
Yeah.
Do they sell men's clothes there? Do they sell men's clothes at the store?
I went into outer space and I got this.
Juan's like, I want that too.
I'm wearing a sweater is what I'm wearing. Look at Wampa says that it's rad. And if Wampa likes it, you guys listen, I will tell you this. Juan Pablo I'll tell you two things about Juan Pablo. First of all, the guy is innovating the way video is done for business. Okay. So you see this guy, Juan Pablo, you see him checking in here. That dude and video for business, the guy is just like from another planet. He's so good.
Dude, back to Amy. Incredible.
I want you to go to his timeline. I wish I could show it. You go to that guy's timeline. And for New Year's, he took like this gigantic wad of money, and he's wearing this hat, and he's in like a little Mexican kitchen somewhere. And he takes the hat and the money, and he goes, whoom, and he throws it up in slow motion, and he's just standing there like this. And in this like super, super slow motion, the money's falling over him. It's just this phenomenal. So it's this phenomenal thing. So if Juan Pablo likes it, don't worry, early INLO. I'm wearing a sweater.
What do you think of this coffee mug though? Do you like it?
You're frozen right now, but we can see your coffee mug. It's fantastic.
What was amazing is that I rewatched that other episode where we were all like not on screen and I came into screen, but my video was lagging. And so what you see is like this like soft motion, like Steven like come into screen. And it's like the funniest thing you'll ever see.
I saw that. I remember. I have watched that because that is absolutely hilarious to me.
There's value in the replays.
There is value in the replays. If you can find those things, there's value in them. Well, listen, you can find the value.
Coffee mug.
All right. Happy Wednesday, guys. How are you guys doing? How's your Wednesday? How's your Wednesday evening? This is my favorite.
Yes.
Bridget's distracted with the chat already.
Yep.
I love the chat. I love saying hello to everyone.
We're forming a search party for Chris's neck. We are forming a search party for Chris Prouty's neck.
It's in here.
Is it there?
Early wants me to give my sweater back to my wife. That is hilarious.
I'm just kidding.
What? All right, guys, let's get to business. What are we talking about tonight? We had in the pre-show we had some ideas on what we were going to talk about tonight. I think I had said something like losers can go watch something else or something like that. Quitters, no, not losers. Quitters. You quitters. If you're out there, if you're a quitter, if you're watching us and you're a quitter, please you can go do something else tonight. This show is not for you. We want to talk about the 5 reasons or the 5 things in your mindset that will actually help guarantee success. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we like tonight. Tonight's a mindset night, and we always talk about things that help people build businesses. We talk about things that help them market, get more clients, and we have these amazing people that tune in and watch us every week. And I really wanted to give them something really that they could impactful that they could use and that would keep their minds off of my neck. So
it's possible.
So I thought we would talk about the 5. There are 5 things that anybody can do with their mindset that if they're able to do this with their mindset, it's going to help guarantee. So I am absolutely look at there's already so much sophistication tonight. See? It's working. It's working. Look it. Okay, we're good.
We're on fire.
Who knows what we'll wear next week?
It's actually my neck that's on fire.
Yeah, it's something. It's definitely something.
Smoke starts.
I want you to do like one of these, like, you know, things like.
I can't.
This is ridiculous. I'm wearing a turtleneck next week. Steve and Stefan, we're just going to go for the turtleneck look.
We should. Okay. So
key to success, numero uno.
Let's share with these lovely people 5 key mindset traits that will help guarantee your success. I would like to start, if I may, and what I'm going to start with is actually is one that you hear me say all the time, and that is that you absolutely need to be obsessed with what you're doing. You need to be obsessed with your day-to-day. Like you have got, I'll keep the armpit out of this. You have got to be absolutely obsessed with what happens in your world every single day. You have got to wake up. And the first thing you have to think about is, I have to go get this done. I have to go get this done. I've got to keep working. I've got to keep pushing. But what I often tell people, and this is some of the secret sauce that I really just share for my private masterminds, but I will share this with you and the people who are with us tonight, is that you can't just be obsessed with your business and your results. And you can't just be obsessed with your clients and your clients' results. You have to be obsessed with everybody's results. You have to be obsessed with your clients' results. So the people who are coming to you for service, you can't just be obsessed with their results. You've got to think about their clients' results. And that's the kind of obsession that you need to have. If you want high levels of success, you've got to take it multiple layers out. You've got to think about your own success, their success, and then their client's success. And when you can nail that, when your clients are coming to you and saying, my clients are just raving about me, that's when you've done your job. What do you think, Bridget?
Oh, I 100% agree. And to tag team that idea, another way to ensure your success is to enlarge your vision. Like you're saying, don't just think about your own clients, think about your clients' clients. Yep. And then when you set up your business and the vision that you have for it, you have to make it bigger than what you're experiencing right now. You have to make it 10 times bigger. No, 100 times bigger. Your vision, if you see yourself, okay, for example, do we have any coaches out there? Hi, coaches. I think I saw 1 or 2. So if you're a coach and you see yourself helping people one-on-one right now, you need to grow that vision exponentially and see yourself on an international stage. And then you have to work backwards and build and build and build. But you have to expand your vision, because if you don't, then you're not able to grow. It's like a plant. Hey, anyone have house plants? When you put a plant in a small jar, then it will only grow, it will stay small. So you want to continue to enlarge the space that you have, the space in your mind, to grow your business as large as you possibly can. And your only ceiling for success is the one that you set in your mind. Would you agree, Steve and Stefan?
I do agree. I think for me, it's like the transition, I think, occurred like, and full confession, I am a bit of a nerd. So like, I used to play a lot of video games. I allegedly may still play a video game every now and then. However, what started to happen for me is as I would play these games and I would really appreciate them like works of art, I became obsessed with the business behind them. And that for me is just so exciting. And so like I'll give you an example. I was reading an article today about the CEO of Netflix, and he was talking about the streaming wars that are going on, and the fact that it's really going to be good for everyone here, because you're going to have these battle of the shows, and the shows are going to be competing. And the way he talked about business really just like I was like, man, this is like setting me on fire with ideas and with appreciation. So I think it's sometimes that mindset flip is like, think about the things you enjoy, and then and you're not even thinking about their businesses yet, and then start to transition into thinking like, how did this become a business? You know, how did this become a business? Like where, because behind every piece of art, behind everything that you appreciate, there is a company, there are decisions being made, and there are people worried about getting clients.
Wow, that's pretty profound, Stephen. And you know what you said that impacted me was you were talking about like the battling of the streaming services.
Yes.
What I'm thinking about is it's now the battle of everything, because everything is so accessible right now, because everything is at our fingertips. Where last, like 2019, not everything was at our fingertips like it is now, right? Yeah. 2010. Even less of the case. 2000, less of the case. The farther back we go, the less was at our fingertips. Now, with everything at our fingertips and our ability to absolutely just create whatever we want, we have the ability to just battle it out everywhere. And that when you're obsessed over what you're creating, watch out.
100% agree with you, because as an entrepreneur, your job is to create the reality in which you want to be in. You get to create your business. You get to create the freedom that you want to be experiencing. And stemming off of that, you know how everyone talks about the law of attraction?
Yep.
Anyone heard of that? Everybody?
Yeah.
It's not a magical principle. It's not like I think about this ice cream cone, it's going to magically appear in my hand. It's not that. It's that what you think about, you notice more. And so you want to get really fine-tuned on what you want to be experiencing, who you want to be in your life as your client, what kind of opportunities you want to happen. You know, I was thinking about group coaching. All of a sudden I started getting lots of emails about group coaching. You know, people were reaching out to me. Hey, we want to talk to you about group coaching. We want to be in your group coaching. Literally, it started with an idea, and then you feed water and expose it to sunlight by putting it out there in the universe. Right? Right?
Whoa.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Listen, Sean Dennis gave you a gigantic thumbs up on that one. So massive. That's really beautiful. All right. So number one, if you want to really guarantee your success, you have got to become obsessed. And that obsession takes multiple layers. That obsession starts with yourself and your business. How's your donut coffee there, Bridge?
It's like this weird oval. I don't know.
That is weird. Show
that
again. That is just weird, the inside of that cup.
I don't even know how to drink this, honestly. It's such a strange cup. It's just cute. Makes you want to take a bite out of it, you know?
You know what? I was on with a client the other day, just yesterday, I was on with a client, and she has shelves behind her where she stands. I get on with her, and she has about, 75 coffee mugs all on her shelves. There's nothing else on her shelves but these coffee mugs. There had to be 75 of them, and they're all they look exactly the same. And she's like a lawyer or like a business kind of person. And I get on with her, and I'm like, what's with the coffee mugs? And she picks one up, and she's like, look, they have cool sayings on them. And they had like inspirational sayings on them. And I'm looking at these things, and I'm thinking to myself, how much did you spend to get all of those coffee mugs back there? Like 30 minutes into our conversation, she's looking at her own video. She goes, yeah, I think I'm going to ditch the coffee mugs. So I'm willing to bet that they're going to be on eBay really soon, Bridge, if you want to get yourself a new coffee cup.
Yeah, I probably do.
With a motivational saying on it. I was just thinking it might be hilarious to put like a message at the bottom of the cup. Like imagine a printed message at the bottom of the coffee cup that you give to your guests, and then they're reading, and then they get to the bottom, there's like this really offensive message there.
Guys, I have another coffee cup that's an owl, and then there's a baby owl in the bottom, and you're pretty much drowning the baby owl, and it's really morbid. I don't know why who makes coffee cups like this? Like,
very macabre.
Start a new business.
So weird. Claudia Rivera, her daughters want your donut cup.
Hey, I'll put it in the mail for you.
There you go.
You know what'd be funny? You know what you should do? Go get a donut that looks just like that, and like make a little slit in it, and then pop it in there, and then like around the center part, and then you give it to somebody empty, and then they look inside and they're like, "What's this?" And it's like, "It's a donut." And then before they have a chance to get it, you pour coffee in there. You're like, "Ha ha ha ha." So tonight we're talking about the mindset traits that you can have that are going to help guarantee your success. The first one that we covered was becoming obsessed. Not only obsessed with your own results, but obsessed with your clients' results and their clients' results. And I challenge every person that's watching this live and in the replay, if you could get that kind of obsession where you're obsessed with the results you're getting, you are at a whole new stratosphere. You might not have to do anything else. If that resonates with you, if you feel like you're obsessed with at least your results and your clients' results, give me a hashtag obsessed in the chat right now so that you chime in with us so that we know you're there. I want to know that this is resonating with you, because if it's not, we're going to mix it up. And I want to move on to the second thing that I've been thinking about, and it is thinking about the 1%, the top 1% in any industry. And Stephen, you kind of alluded to this in what you were just talking about.
Yep.
And it's the mindset of the 1%. What are the top 1% in your industry thinking and doing that you're not doing? And can you find a way to filter that and find the stuff that they're doing and that they're thinking that is actually moving things forward? And I think when you can emulate, and we got so many obsesseds coming in. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. I know you guys are. I know you are. I know you are. It's so amazing. I know. Look at this. You know, Eileen right here. We know Eileen's obsessed. We know it. So when you can emulate the top 1% in your industry, you find out what they're thinking by either reading their blogs, reading what they write, wherever they write it. You know, one of the best places to get inspiration is to go to the Amazon yearly letter to shareholders. There is, you would never realize that in the yearly letter to shareholders from Amazon, you can get so much valuable information to inspire you in your own business. It would absolutely blow your mind. I think it's just blown both of your minds.
Yeah, we were both like,
Steven, you come to us from real estate. You used to work in real estate. You have a lot of experience there. Like, what's the top 1% in real estate? What do they do?
You know what they do that I see that shout out to all the realtors in Orlando that are working. They are some of the hardest working people that I've ever known. So are attorneys. Shout out to my attorneys. I love my attorneys. However, what they're doing, in my opinion, is they're chronicling their journey. And to me, because real estate is a journey. I know very little real estate agents who just like start, and on the first week they like make $1 million. They close all this property. Real estate is a journey. And some of the best realtors that I know are chronicling their journey. You see the highs, you see the lows, you see them trying to make the calls, you see them succeed, and like all of this stuff gets you in their corner. It gets you like wanting them to succeed the same way you'd want a main character in a movie to, you know? And I see a lot of, specifically in Orlando, I think it's a very realtor saturated like market. You see a lot of real estate being done, but it's that chronicling of the journey that I don't know if you see enough of, that I get very excited about. You know, I get very excited about that kind of stuff.
Incredible. Bridget, how about you? What do you see for the top 1%?
Well, honestly, I'd like to add to what Stephen Steffen said, because what he said was really profound. They chronicle, they literally record the journey, but not only their successes, but their failures.
Yeah.
You know, because it's really important to look at the lows and look at the highs and then embrace all of it as part of the journey. Yeah. Because if you sign up for the entrepreneur life or any business and plan to be that top 1%, you have to expect that there will be obstacles. Anticipate that, and see how you're going to make those work for you and to grow your company the way you want it. Wouldn't you?
You know what's interesting? You know what I find about the 1% that's interesting, the top 1%, is that they've got the kind of bankroll where they can take risks. Their mindset is all about being able to take risks. Like when you could, 10% is the number for me. When you could take 10% of your revenue and do risky things with it, that is all you need to really just push things forward, because you're not going to hit every single time. And 10% isn't that big of a deal. But if you're doing even if you're like 10,000, doing 10,000 a month, and you take 1,000 and you risk with that, you take a risk with that 1,000 on something. Take a risk on a course, or take a risk on some kind of advertising or some kind of new thing. If you can risk 10%, you lose it, you lose it. But when you hit it, it just completely blows you up.
You mentioned it, and what else is the 1% doing? They're always learning. They're always in some sort of coaching mastermind. They have all kinds of things that are helping them. They are not on an island. They are not on an island. You know,
and they're wearing turtleneck sweaters.
They are. They indeed are.
Wow. Look at Brian. Look at Brian Bear chimes in. Brian Bear has been paying attention to us, and he's been implementing the things that he hears in our little performance here, and he is killing it. And this is a guy who does air conditioning. To kill it in air conditioning when it's 39 degrees out here, you got to be doing something right. Nobody needs this guy right now. People are like, Brian, who? You know, this guy, the moment it turns 80 degrees, his phone doesn't stop ringing and he doesn't sleep for 24 hours. And you know, but 39 degrees out. So if he's killing it in this kind of weather, well, hey, listen, amazing.
And air is in his name. So it's written in the stars, you know?
Speaking of turtlenecks, show fan Early Ionello chimes in with this little image. Sent this over. Very nice. She gave me a little hat.
Wow.
No, very nice.
That is really nice.
Very nice. Very nice that she shared that along with it. Like, how did she even do that?
This is so ridiculous.
You look like an insane person. No, I'm kidding.
What's happening? Stop. What's happening? What is happening? The third thing, so we've covered two things, two character traits that you need to have if you're going to guarantee success. And these are all mindset things. The first one was you need to be obsessed. The second one was you need to pay attention to what the top 1% are doing. You need to look at their mindset. The third thing that I always think about is you've got to trust your instincts. What does your gut tell you to do? Bridget, what's your experience with instincts and following your gut?
Well, first of all, you have to know who you're being when you even start out to set your goals. So you can't really trust your gut if you don't know who you are. So that really starts with, getting a pen and paper out, writing out who you are when you step into your business, when you launch into your life and your goals. So it starts with identity work to get into the right mindset before anything else. Partner with someone who knows you well, who can empower you and stretch you. That's the first step. More than anything.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think?
I love the phrase identity work. I love that. Identity work. That's a beautiful phrase.
What does that mean?
What does that?
What does identity mean? What does identity work mean?
What does identity work mean?
Stefan, I'm totally gonna share that with you when we do our discovery call next week.
About.
Maybe we'll do it on air. Who knows? Knowing how you show up. Honestly, anyone who's worked with me, I talk to you about a brain dump to see how you're showing up. Write out your thoughts on paper. See how you're showing up so you have a foundation to start with. And that means your emotional self, your spiritual self, your intellectual self, your physical self. How do you show up when you start your day? If you don't have a foundation of truth, choose the 3 words to represent yourself. I'm a powerful influencer, a master connector, and a master relationship builder. That is how I plan to show up to launch myself into success for the day, with the meetings with the clients, with any coaching, with the plans for the 3-month plan, the 1-year plan. So you start with how you're showing up. Who are you being when you start to launch into strategy, when you start to launch in your goals? And that's what I mean by identity. Was that clear?
Perfect. It's perfect. I think it makes me think of superheroes and secret identities and stuff like that, but that's for another podcast, another time. And I think with following your gut, the reason why that helps me so much is because I'm someone who I need to challenge myself and find ways to expedite decision making. I'm someone who can mull on a decision. I'm someone who can, and we've all been there where it's, you're kind of have all these things going on and you're paralyzed and you've got to make all these decisions during the day and you're just sitting there kind of, and so going with your gut gives you an ability to expedite your decision making, and you're going to make quicker decisions. You're going to, and I think that to me is so valuable, because I'm someone who I need to complete things. I got to get things done. And so if I'm sitting there having to draw up a spreadsheet of all these pros and cons every single time I'm thinking about something, I'll never generate the content that I need to generate fast enough. And so if I trust my gut, that helps a lot.
I'm curious to know if the fans who are watching tonight, do you know when you have an instinctual feeling? Do you know when is giving you a message, when your gut is sending the message that you need to do something? Or like, are you aware, or do you, or have you not experienced that and you need a little more guidance there? If you have experienced that, if you're the kind of person that your gut sends you message, and I'm not talking about the gut that everybody talks about where you got to like drink a lot of fiber or whatever that is. I'm talking, I don't know, what is that? People talk about your gut for health.
Gut health is a big deal, okay?
I used to work with
someone who gut health is a big deal.
I hear, yeah.
You know what I think you're saying, Chris? Another way of saying that is following that sense of inspiration that you're about to jump, when you're about to leap out of that plane, when you're about to launch into the next level of your business. It's that moment where you feel the inspiration, you feel the push, and you either go with it or you don't, and you hold yourself back. So it's that moment of inspiration, that gut feeling.
Somebody said, artist Early Ionello says she feels the tug. That's amazing. She feels the tug with Amazon delivering bridge.
Yes.
But that's incredible. She feels the tug. She's feeling that from somewhere. Brian Daly calls it the Holy Spirit. He believes in the Holy Spirit, and he believes that that's what's providing him with the inspiration. And I think that that's absolutely beautiful. Put into the chat, because and I'll showcase your comment, but just put into the chat. I want to know what it is you feel when you feel that sense of inspiration. Early said it's the tug. Brian comes in with the Holy Spirit. I'm interested to know what it is you feel. Like, how would you describe that in words? Stephanie says, she absolutely does feel this. Well, while we're waiting for a few of those, Brian Bear just giving it to us tonight. He writes 5 goals every night before he goes to bed, and he reviews them when he wakes up. And then y'all said to do that like 3 weeks ago, and it helps.
Well done.
Listen, amazing. Amazing. If we help one person, especially a hardworking dude like that, and then Vina chiming in with she's working on Vina 2.0, which just sounds to me like this most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, that could be an app right now. That could be
I would download that. I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what it is.
I know what it is. It's Vina is reinventing herself and her business, and she's calling it Vina 2.0. Even just to herself, I think that's absolutely amazing. I haven't gotten to Chris 2.0 yet. You just wait. You just wait till I get to Chris 2.0.
With that article on your Chris 1.5.
This is 1.45 right now.
The next turtleneck will be over here, like up to your eyeballs.
I'll show you what this thing does if you want to see. Look at this.
Oh my.
Look at that.
That's Christopher Prouty 2.0.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is what Christopher Prouty. Oh gosh, I'm getting fur in my mouth. This is what Christopher Prouty 2.0 looks like. So when you see that, 2.0 has arrived, and then Early Ionello will do another painting of me with a hat on. Maybe I can throw money up in the air in slow motion. I'm going to find that video. I'm going to tag that video in the comments of Wampa doing that. Somebody shouts out to Brian that they love that strategy. That's incredible. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the time. We got 3 minutes left. We promised the people 5 things. We've given them 3. I'm going to shoot 2 more at them rapidly. I don't know where that half an hour went, guys. But everybody's chiming in with what they feel their gut to be. So while we're looking at these comments, another thing that you can do, that you can embrace within your mindset to help yourself grow faster, to guarantee success, is to embrace failure. It's to welcome failure into your life, because failure is part of the scientific process of coming up with an idea, applying that idea, collecting feedback, and iterating it, and keep doing that over and over again. Yep. If you can embrace failure, boy, if you're not afraid to fail, that is where you can really accelerate. Bridge, what do you think?
Oh, 100%. Sometimes when you stare fear in the face, it means that you're about to hit a breakthrough.
Yeah.
When you see that ceiling and it's fear saying you can't do this, then you just have to push a little bit harder, enlarge your vision, and just keep moving forward. You know, as Chris Prouty likes to say, press down on the gas. That is the time. So as soon as you hit that failure that you think is a failure, no, it's giving you the opportunity to see things differently.
Yeah.
Failure means you have the opportunity to see things differently and then turn. It's like Pac-Man, you know? Steve Steffen knows how to play Pac-Man. You know,
I do.
Turn around, go the other opposite direction, figure out a new strategy.
So, and Brian Bear just chimes in, you have to get back up and get ready to take those punches again. Yeah, you got to.
You can't fail if you never give up, you know? Like that's from a movie. I didn't make that. That's from a movie. But you know, I think what paralyzes people about failure is they look at that as the end. They look at like, oh, I failed. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of like what the word might do to someone. And if you can treat that just like a scientist and blow right through that and say, you know what, it's a learning process. I'm not going to fail. I'm never going to give up at this stuff. You know, songwriters never quit writing songs, so they never fail.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And listen, we're at the bottom of the hour, so I will just toss out the last one. This one's obvious. If you want to be successful, you have to never, ever quit. You must have undying focus and persistence towards your goal, and you never, ever, ever quit, ever. And that's it. So let's review the 5. Ready? First, obsession with yourself, with your clients, with their results. Bridget, what was second? 1%.
You the top, yeah,
I'm like looking at my phone.
You're like the top 1%.
Yeah. Yep. Steven, third one was follow your gut, and then we closed it out with embrace failure and never ever give up. As Stephanie chimes in with never ever give up. Steven, closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts, guys. Of course, we're getting ready to ramp up for 2021, and so I think review these and leave us some comments on what we should talk about in the future, because I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
I want to hear from you guys what problems you're running into. I want to hear from you guys what are the big mountains you want to conquer, and then we'll incorporate those into episodes. Do some of the research for you, and boom.
Wow, that's great. I would welcome that as well. I want to thank everyone who spent their evening with us tonight. Thanks for grabbing 30 minutes with us. So incredibly grateful for all of you to be here with us, to share this time with us. You know, we love doing it and we love being here with you. And I will say your mindset is one of the things that you absolutely need to focus on in 2021 if you are going to guarantee success. And I am serious. You have got to make those changes so that you can go forward and so that you can grow. Bridget, final thoughts. And as always, you get the last word.
Don't quit. You deserve to be empowered, and level up in your mindset, because that will get you to the success